Once upon a time in the enchanted land of Orphanageville, where the grass is as green as the broccoli they force-feed you, and the laughter of children echoes through the massive halls like a slightly annoying melody. Our protagonist, the brilliant and oh-so-adorable Emma, wakes up every morning with the enthusiasm of a caffeinated squirrel, ready to spread sunshine among her fellow orphans. Now, let's talk about this luxurious establishment they call the Grace Field House. It's not just a house, it's a mansion, a palace, a place where dreams come true, as long as your dream is to eat your weight in vegetables. The children are under the loving care of a woman named Isabella, or as they affectionately call her, Mom. Because, nothing says motherly love like managing a bunch of kids who aren't even related to you. The kids live together in harmony, like one big, dysfunctional, yet oddly heartwarming family. Emma, the designated alarm clock of the group, ensures that everyone rises and shines. It's not just about waking up, it's a lifestyle, darling. And the mornings wouldn't be complete without a feast of nutritious delicacies that taste suspiciously like cardboard. Education is top-notch here. Forget Harvard, Yale, or Hogwarts. Grace Field House is where the real brainiacs thrive. Emma, along with her brainy sidekicks Norman and Ray, consistently aces their studies. It's almost as if they're preparing for an academic Olympics, sponsored by the mom herself. Oh, and did I mention they get to wear cool tattoos with numbers? Like a secret society of overachievers? Now, the kids have this vast meadow where they frolic and play. But here's the catch. They can't step outside the fence because the grass is always greener on the other side. And who needs that kind of existential crisis at age 11? Life in Orphanageville takes an unexpected turn when little Connie decides to try out this new trend called adoption. She leaves with a pep talk, a teddy bear, and the hopeful eyes of her friends following her. After that, Isabella brings little Connie to the front of the orphanage. At the same time, Emma discovers a stuffed toy that Connie likes and goes outside with Norman to give it back to her. When they reach the entrance, they see that Isabella and Connie have already gone. Taking a risk, they cautiously step outside and find an empty van with nobody nearby. When they look inside the van, they are shocked to see Connie lying still on the floor with a plant stabbed into her chest. Suddenly, two scary creatures come close to them. Emma and Norman quickly hide under the van, feeling scared. The creatures talk about how human meat is the best, especially from this particular farm, which is kept for wealthy demons. The kids, still hiding, realize that their orphanage is actually a farm, where they are raised like animals to be eaten by demons. They understand that the smarter students are considered good meat. Who knew Grace Fieldhouse was actually a farm, and they were the main course? Enter Isabella, the mastermind behind this culinary academy for demons. She's been grooming the kids to be the creme de la creme of the menu, because nothing says, "I love you," like preparing your adopted children for a demon feast. Emma and Norman narrowly escape this culinary nightmare, but Emma, bless her heart, can't fathom that Mom is a certified evil genius. Norman suggests a daring escape, but Emma's worried about the other kids left behind. It's like a twisted version of Home Alone, but instead of burglars, they're dealing with demons who have a taste for academic excellence. So, after a riveting night of demons, ropes, and probably a bedtime story, Emma and Norman decide they're not sticking around to be part of the demon delicacy menu. Cue the dramatic planning session for the great escape. Norman, being the mastermind of this operation, suggests they keep it on the down low. Because announcing your escape plan in the orphanage group chat just ruins the surprise. They embark on a mission to explore the forbidden territory outside the fence, ready to face the great unknown. After a casual stroll through the woods, they encounter a wall taller than the stack of excuses I use to avoid the gym. Jumping is out of the question. They're not auditioning for the Olympics anytime soon. So, back to the drawing board. Or in this case, the orphanage. Meanwhile, in the enchanted forest of Kids Getting Lost 101, little Nyla wanders off. But fear not. Isabella, the wizard of finding lost children, consults her magical watch and voila. Nyla is back before you can say, Harry Potter. Our dynamic duo, Emma and Norman, with their newfound wisdom about Isabella's wizardry, decide it's time for some wall-crossing action. Armed with a rope, because apparently ropes are the Swiss Army knives of escaping orphanages, they head to the woods. Plot twist. Their stealthy operation is interrupted by the Sherlock Holmes of the trio, Ray. Suspicion clouds his judgment, and he catches them red-handed. In a twist that could rival a daytime soap opera, Norman spills the beans about the demon farm, the wall-crossing plan, and probably what Isabella had for breakfast that morning. Surprisingly, Ray is not the skeptic they expected. Instead of dismissing them as conspiracy theorists, he jumps on the "let's escape this madhouse" bandwagon. However, Emma, being the compassionate hero, doesn't want to ditch their orphanage family like last season's fashion trends. At night, Isabella introduces everyone to their new caretaker, Crone. Her arrival makes escaping the clutches of the orphanage even more complicated. It's like adding an extra layer of difficulty to a video game you were struggling to complete already. In a riveting scene, Isabella spills the beans to Crone about the kids' newfound knowledge. Turns out, Isabella isn't just a master chef for demons. She's also an expert at handling meddling kids. But wait, there's more. Isabella knows that they know, and they know that she knows that they know. It's like a game of demon chess. Our trio of troublemakers, Norman, Emma, and Ray, decide it's time to bring in the reinforcements, Don and Gilda, the older kids who probably have more life experience than a sitcom character. Unsurprisingly, Don and Gilda, initially skeptic, decide to join the Escape the Crazy Orphanage Club. When they're by themselves, Norman explains that he gave Don and Gilda different locations for the ropes they'll use to climb the wall. The one that disappears first will show who the spy is. It's like a twisted episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where the prize is not being demon lunch. The next day, one of the ropes is gone. Emma and Ray are glad they caught the spy. However, Norman confesses that the rope plan was a trick for Ray. He purposely told Ray a wrong location to see if he was the spy, and Ray got caught in the trick. Ray, in a shocking twist, spills the beans about knowing the orphanage's dark secret ages ago. Apparently, he's been moonlighting as Isabella's personal snitch to delay his impending demon adoption. Sneaky move, Ray. But the drama doesn't stop there. Ray reveals his true motive. He orchestrated the whole Connie's toy situation to light a fire under Emma and Norman's escape plan. Norman, playing 4D chess, declares Ray a double spy and keeps him on the team. And so, our trio of orphans continues their quest for freedom, with a side of betrayal, deception, and enough plot twists to make a soap opera director jealous. So, our nighttime escapades continue with Ray, the master of mischief, deciding to add a sprinkle of chaos to the orphanage buffet. During the night, Ray goes to Isabella and lies to her, saying that Norman attempted to poison her food. Isabella appreciates the information but in turns says to Ray that his turn to be adopted is approaching. The next day, our not-so-fab five are gearing up for the Great Wall Jump extravaganza when the not-so-stealthy Crone catches wind of their plan. But, hold the phone. Instead of ratting them out to Isabella, she pulls a plot twist and joins Team Escape. Turns out Crone is not just a creepy caretaker. She's a failed student of Orphanage Hogwarts, aspiring to dethrone Isabella and take over the throne of motherhood. Night falls, and the kids gather in Crone's room like it's the secret lair of the world's least threatening superheroes. Crone shares what she knows about the world outside. More than 1,000 years ago, humans and demons were in a big fight. After a long battle, both groups decided to leave each other alone. They made an agreement called the Promise, where humans and demons would live in their own separate worlds. Some humans got stuck in the demon world, leading to the start of human breeding farms. Demons eat intelligent humans to take on their qualities, preventing them from becoming mindless monsters. This arrangement helps both humans and demons. So some humans are sacrificed on the farm to keep the world peaceful. But wait, drama alert. Isabella, the queen of control, somehow catches wind of Crone's scheming. She unceremoniously fires Crone, who, in her moment of defiance, gets a VIP ticket to the inside of a demon's stomach, courtesy of Granny Supervisor. The kids then execute their plan. Emma and Norman gear up for the wall jump, while Ray plays distraction duty with Isabella. But, oh no, Isabella's got tricks up her sleeve. She locks Ray away and marches towards Norman and Emma like she's on a mission to collect overdue library books. Isabella confronts them, giving the classic villain monologue about how she's given them everything they ever wanted, so they should just surrender to their fate. Emma, being the spirited rebel, tries to put up a fight, and Isabella responds by breaking Emma's leg. Mother of the Year material, right there. Isabella then drops the bomb that Norman has been adopted, and tomorrow's the big day. Cue the waterworks and group hugs as Norman prepares for his impending doom. The night is filled with despair, but lo and behold, Crone, in a parting gift, left a magical pen in Norman's drawer for escape purposes. The next day, Norman tries to escape by climbing the wall with a rope, However, he finds a cliff he can't cross and goes back to the orphanage, realizing he can't get away. The group shares a sad hug, thinking it's the last time. Isabella takes Norman away as Emma cries. Surprisingly, instead of a demon, Norman is taken to a man. The man says he watches over things in both the world of demons and humans. Just as they're having a casual chat, a demon shows up, ready to feast on Norman like a buffet special. Fast forward a few months, and we find a depressed Emma nursing her leg injury, with Ray losing hope faster than a balloon loses air. Isabella is over the moon, thinking she has successfully broken the spirits of her tiny captives. But wait, there's more. Ray is next in line for the demon dining experience. Ray, our dear pyromaniac friend, has decided that burning down the house is the ultimate exit strategy. Forget about finding the key to the front door. Let's just light the whole thing up. And there's Emma, the eternal optimist, trying to talk some sense into Ray. Because arson is the logical solution when your life is a dumpster fire. As the flames dance around like they're auditioning for a talent show, Emma decides to call in the cavalry. None other than Isabella, the lady in charge. Isabella, in her superhero cape, tells the kids to evacuate the premises and attempts to play firefighter. Spoiler alert, it doesn't go well. The kids are nowhere to be found. It seems they've been plotting this grand escape, and Isabella, bless her heart, fell for it. Hook, line, and flaming sink. Turns out Emma, our little mastermind, couldn't pull off anything sneaky because Isabella had her under a microscope. Instead, she relied on the dynamic duo, Don and Gilda, to spill the beans to the other kids and prepare them for the great getaway. Oh, and there's a letter in Norman's bed, probably right next to his favorite bedtime storybook, detailing this intricate plan. Why didn't Emma tell Ray earlier? Well, Isabella was playing the role of big sister CCTV, making stealthy conversations quite the challenge. Now, our daring escapees are scaling the wall like it's a rock-climbing adventure. Isabella, armed with her trusty navigator, thinks she's got them cornered. But plot twist number infinity, the kids have removed the navigator gizmo from their ears. Sneaky little rascals. Just when you think Isabella is about to unleash her inner action hero, the kids tie a rope, and one by one, they slide down to freedom. Emma, the last one on the slide to liberty, faces off with Isabella, who's threatening to cut the rope. It's a real cliffhanger, folks. Emma, in a moment of emotional wisdom, tries to convince Isabella that maybe, just maybe, killing the kids wasn't a walk in the park for her. Isabella, being the picture of denial, sticks to her guns, insisting she wants those kiddos back. But hold your gasps, because, to everyone's surprise, Isabella doesn't cut the rope. She watches the kiddos slide into the unknown, giving them a smile that's probably a mix of parental pride and relief. It's like a family road trip, minus the sibling squabbles and backseat snacks. Our daring escapees make their way through the jungle. Just when you think the plot can't get any crazier, Emma whips out a pen that Crone left them. And this pen is not your average Bic. It projects an image of an owl that leads them to the city of safety. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Isabella faces the music in front of Granny's supervisor and the overseer of both worlds. They're not thrilled with Isabella's inability to keep tabs on the kiddos, and to make matters worse, she gets fed to a demon as the grand finale.